Oh, wrong one. Hey Seth, how you doing? Hey Sean, how you guys doing? We're back with our live World Cup qualifying run with Chile. Remember, we did it about 20 days ago. We're doing well. We're doing really well. Second in the group at the halfway point. 2 points behind the Brazilians, of course. We lost against Brazil in the last run, the last video, I should say, and yeah, it's been going pretty well. So I said to myself, well, I'm gonna finish it off tonight. Yeah, hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing good as well. I just got home from work about an hour ago, and I decided, well, to stream. So yeah, it's a bit late. It's a bit on the late side, but it's a bit all over the place, my working schedule at the moment. So unfortunately, it's a bit later today. It still doesn't mean we can't have a good time. Xavi was on the Spanish cover of the 2006 game. 2006 game, I think the American version had Landon Donovan, if I'm correct in saying that. I think it was that because we have Frank Lampard on the European version, I think, on the British version anyway. Hey Isaac, how you doing? 12 a.m. where you are, Como? So that is your group, and we're going to go straight into the first match of this one, and it is against Argentina. How will we play against Argentina? Why did I select the wrong kit? Yeah, let's see how we do against them. This might be a tough one to start out with. And before we start, as we all know, it's on legendary difficulty because it is the best way to play this live qualifying run. If you missed the stream, if you miss them and stuff like that, don't worry, I will highlight this into one big video so then you can see it in the future. I might do that next week, actually, to be fair, considering that I just finished the 2010 World Cup with Armenia. That was it, yeah. Sorry I haven't been on lately, having lots of work because of school. No problem, dude. I've been having a lot of work just in general, like, job and everything. Here we go. Chile versus Argentina. First match, and Diego Maradona's already giving Bielsa some choice words there. Rest in peace, Diego Maradona. How can we do here? I think we'll do alright, in this one. I think we'll finish either first, second, or third. I can't see Chile falling off right now. It's a very easy qualifying zone, to be honest. It's probably one of the easier ones. Even on legendary difficulty, it's quite easy to get momentum and stuff like that. Hey, Eli's Transportation. How are you doing? I'm sorry if I don't look at chat that much. I'm obviously playing the game, but I will talk while I'm playing. Here we go. Sanchez already. Sanchez whips it in, and no, not that time. I was hoping for an early goal to set the tone in this one. And that's a through ball. Come on. It's Carlos Tevez. Come on, Pons. Oh, the post. Saved by the post. Claudio Bravo couldn't quite reach it. Carmona. Fernandez. Suazo on the ball. He's been very good in this qualifying campaign. Over the top, maybe? No, not going to make it. Coach needs an Oscar. Thank you. Yeah, the coach is coaching and commentating at the same time. How about that? Imagine that if like coaches were able to do that, like commentate on the game and like coach at the same time. You'd get some very biased point of views, wouldn't you? What a ball to Sanchez. Oh, good save. Thought I could do it. I should have laid it off, really. I didn't notice the guy at the top there. Claudio Reyna appeared on the American cover. Oh, okay. My bad. For some reason, I always thought it was Landon Donovan, but my bad. 2026 CONCACAF qualifying is going to be interesting. The big three are already through. So, yeah, you're right. So it's going to be all the little teams, isn't it? All the little Caribbean teams like Jamaica, Honduras. Well, Honduras is Central America, but still. You know, Panama might make it. Costa Rica definitely has to make it. Surely Costa Rica has to do it again. Surely they do. I always like seeing Costa Rica at the World Cup because they literally bring the same squad every single time, pretty much. Like, I'm fairly sure they're unchanged from 2014. They're like, oh yeah, it worked in 2014, so it's going to work in 2022. It's like, no. All clipped, but I'm still... He hacked his own player out there. Kind of annoyed because I just lost to Crystal Palace 1-0. Is that on EA Sports FC? I haven't played that for a little while. Not for about a week. Toboloco to replace Southgate. Hey, at least I'll pick the right players. At least I'll pick the right players. Oh, out you go. And yeah, there's some good matches this week. Obviously Carabao Cup. Seeing Arsenal and Man United get destroyed is well, it makes me happy. Liverpool squeezed by Bournemouth as well. You know, still a good result. We got Luton Town this weekend. I don't really know how to make of that. I want to say we're going to win, but Luton are really, like, you know, they're the underdog, aren't they? They got that underdog mentality. Sanchez. Oh, Argentina, tackle me there. Hey, Sodrick. Do you think there'll be a World Cup game in the future by EA or someone else? Well, EA doesn't have the license anymore. So it would be someone else, because they don't actually have the World Cup license, because the World Cup license is under the FIFA license. So unless they do it individually like they've been doing with EA Sports FC, but can you imagine EA getting the licensing for over 200 individual countries? I can't see it personally. It depends. It depends. I'd like to see 2K try it, but in recent years, 2K have been a little bit off as well, to be honest. They haven't been, like, horrendous, but, you know, some of their practices are like, it's kind of like EA a little bit. I don't know why I passed it there, but, yeah, you know what I mean? It's just, yeah, I don't know who's going to pick up another World Cup game. I don't know. And that's going to be a corner to Argentina. You don't want Liverpool to win? What, against Luton? That would be shocking if we don't win against Luton. That would be absolutely shocking. Sanchez. Up to you, Fernandez. This Argentina team, very good defensively. We've tried to push through a couple of times and they're just not having it. Despite them being behind us in this campaign, they are still playing better than us defensively at the moment. 45 minutes up, and that is half time. Score 0-0, not too bad. Premier League sack rate, who is going to be first? Ten Hag, Higginbottom, or the Bournemouth manager? I don't think Ten Hag would be sacked. I think that would be really outrageous by the Man United board to do that. Even though Ten Hag has been dropping a lot of stinkers in the league and the domestic cups, but I think that it will be the Sheffield United manager easily. They've got 1 point in the whole campaign. That is shocking. That is really shocking. I don't care if it's only Sheffield United. Like, you need to be competitive in that league. My dream, EA making the game of every club in the world. Imagine. Imagine. I just want another World Cup game, to be honest. I wonder what they're going to do with the Euro license, though. We talked about it on stream before, but you know, the Euro license is well, EA technically can use it because it's under UEFA licensing. They do have the UEFA Champions League license, obviously, so they can use the Euro license. Will they do anything with it? We'll find out in the summer, won't we? I hope they just don't make a DLC with just the qualified teams. I want them to have all 52, is it 52 or 53 nations in Europe? I want that. I want that a lot. Oh, slide tackled out there. I wasted the chance. Demichelis is going to get a yellow. Demisnalis, as I used to call him, because he was very slow on FIFA. Who do you think will qualify for the Euros? I really want Albania to do it, and they're very close to doing it. I desperately want Kazakhstan to do it as well. I think that would be so cool. Yeah, other than that, it's just going to be your standard teams, isn't it? You know, Armenia are outsiders as well, but I don't think they're going to do it. I think it's going to be Croatia and Turkey, isn't it, that are going to get out that group, which is a bit of a shame because Armenia started off really well, and then they just like obviously lost a couple of games and lost a bit of momentum. Oh, that was a poor pass, and that was as well. We're struggling against the Argentines, like to get past their last line of defense. Marcelo Bielsa is at Uruguay, yeah. And it seems like he's turned Darwin Núñez into a little bit of a beast. It seems like he has. You know, like he's okay. He's a little bit unrefined, but his striking, my goodness, way better than last season. Way better. He's an absolute beast. Every 55 minutes, he has a goal involvement. Every 55 minutes. That's pretty mad. That's pretty mad. And I think I saw a stat saying like he has the same amount of goals as what Suarez did or something like that when Suarez was at this point of the season or something. I don't know. Oh, so close. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'd like to see Uruguay at the next World Cup. It has to happen, really, doesn't it? Because, you know, in Uruguay, good nation, good footballing nation. Come on, tackle in. Oh, he's put that wide. Tevez, maybe going through there. Forgot Diego Maradona was Argentina manager back in 2010. Yeah. I did think back in 2010, I was like, yeah, this is a surefire thing. Diego Maradona at the helm, you know, and then they got smashed like, what was it, like 4-0 against Germany or something like that? That's going to be another yellow for Argentina. I just turned into that. Darwin Núñez is some players who is a beast for a national team, but club just average. I don't know, man. Did you see the goal he scored against Bournemouth? It was a hell of a strike. I don't care if it's just Bournemouth. It was a really good strike. Like, have you ever seen Haaland score that? Have you ever seen Haaland score a goal like that? Not really. Oh, again. To be honest, Liverpool are currently playing like the 1920 season. Oh, I wish. I wish we would be that dominant. We're doing alright, to be fair. We only lost against Spurs so far. So it's not that bad. Oh, come on. Carlos Pio play for both Spain and Catalonia national teams. I did not know that. I did not realise that Catalonia had its own national team. Maybe in the CONIFA FIFA thing. You know the CONIFA thing? Where it's like nations that don't actually get recognised. That sort of stuff. Didn't Kosovo used to be in that CONIFA thing until they got recognised? I'm fairly sure that's what used to be like. Go on! Oh, over the bar again! What is this boy doing? We've had loads of like attempts to push forward and he's just not doing it. Argentina have held us, I think. Hi Toby, have a good evening. How are you? I'm good, dude. How are you? How is everything? How is everything? Come on, Milito on the ball for Argentina. And they keep it on. That was really good. Come on. Okay, thank you. That is true, Declan. Haaland could have won the Ballon d'Or, but Messi was the right choice to win the Ballon d'Or. People forget that the Ballon d'Or isn't just about scoring goals. Like, yeah, Haaland did win the treble, and that's pretty impressive. But, yeah, Messi won the World Cup. So it's like, You know, you just knew it was coming, right? You just knew that Messi was going to win it. Like, it just felt like it was written in the stars, sort of thing. And of course, it's the Ballon d'Or. It's like voted by representatives of different nations, isn't it, and stuff like that. So it is slightly on the biased side, I guess. You know, I'm a bit unhappy that Salah got 11th in the Ballon d'Or. I think that's way too low for him. Should have been at least in the top 10, but that's my own opinion. Maybe this season and next it'll be a bit different. That was an okay draw. We wasted a lot of good chances, but it's still a point, so I'm happy with it. Yeah, Bielsa's boys are still only one loss in this campaign, so not bad. So, yeah, look at Brazil smashing Colombia 6-0. They just went, yep, like, see you later. Mbappe should have won the Ballon d'Or in 2018. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess with that with my logic, but I couldn't have seen Modric winning the Ballon d'Or. I could not have seen it. I could not have seen it. Like, who would have thought at the start of the season that Modric would have won the Ballon d'Or? Yes, Croatia did get to the World Cup final, but, like, you know, I mean, I know Modric won the Champions League as well that season, but I wouldn't have said like, yes, Modric deserves a Ballon d'Or. But when he won it, I was very happy for him. I'm not saying that he didn't deserve it, but I didn't have him on my shortlist to win the Ballon d'Or in 2018. You know, people say like, oh, Ronaldo robbed or stuff like that. It's like, well, just let it happen, innit? One question, does the 2022 FIFA World Cup game work on 360? No, it does not, because it's an Xbox One exclusive. I think so. I don't think FIFA 23 is on Xbox 360. I don't think it is. I don't think so. I don't think so, dude. Maybe Haaland should choose England. Nah, he can stay in Norway. It's fine. He can stay in Norway. It's all good. We've got Harry Kane, who scores from the halfway line in the Bundesliga and then ghosts in international tournaments. Hey, NoobTube. You're okay? Hoping for better days? Yeah, me too. Me too, dude. Peru next up against Chile. And Peru are on the fringe of getting into the top four here. Well, they're about five? No, 4 points off, sorry. So, yeah. If we beat them, we knock them down a little bit. We need to get a bit more wins, a few more wins, sorry, just to pad our lead at the top, or second place, I should say. That was a offside pass, but luckily it didn't make it. Hooked to you, and he still got it. Saved. Oh. That better not be off. Ah. Haaland would be unstoppable on England. Depends on how Southgate utilises him. Under Pep, he is insane, but I don't know about under Southgate. Who am I playing as? Chile. I'm playing as Chile. We started this a few weeks ago, and I just need to finish it. So, yeah. If you can't watch the whole thing, I understand. It's fine. I will put the highlighted version out in a week or two, whenever I can do it. I just need to get this one done and dusted, so that I can continue some more stuff. Alexis Sanchez. Go on. Yes, 1-0 to Chile, and Alexis Sanchez rolls it into the back of the net to make it 1-0. And yeah, nice little goal over the top and just slotted it in. Very, very easy to score those goals. Peru, unfortunately, just couldn't deal with us. Chile seemed to be a little bit on fire as well against teams like this. Who do you think will qualify for an Euro from every group? I don't have the groups on me right now. I can't actually remember the groups, but I said earlier that I want Albania to qualify. I want Kazakhstan to qualify. Um, and I said I wouldn't mind Armenia doing it as well, but I highly doubt that's possible now. Um, oh, what a ball. Stick with it. Oh, yeah, I can't remember the other groups though. I can't actually remember. I want Croatia to qualify for it as well, because obviously I like Croatia. England already qualified, so that's good. Yeah, I don't really know, to be honest. I actually can't remember the groups off the top of my head. I need to actually get the groups up. Gonzalez. Oh, that was a really poor ball. Just didn't need that much power, did you, Gonzalez? Go on. Oh, good defending by Peru. Could Italy still qualify? I think it all depends on Ukraine. I think Ukraine need to lose, I think, right? Am I right in thinking that? Because Ukraine are in the second place position, right? What about Denmark? I don't know what group Denmark are in. Oh, they're in the Kazakhstan group, aren't they? Yeah, I mean, I don't want Denmark to qualify if Kazakhstan are in that position to qualify. Like, sorry to any Danes, but I would rather Kazakhstan just because they're a minnow. It would just be really cool to have Kazakhstan at the tournament. But if it has to be Denmark, it has to be Denmark. I think Slovenia will get out of that group as well. Yeah, Slovenia have been pretty good in that group. So, yeah. I think realistically it'll be Denmark and Slovenia, but my heart says Kazakhstan. What a save. Oh, come on, really? I'm a Danish fan despite being English. Nice. It's the same with me and Croatia. I like Croatia despite being English. I'm not like a huge, like a die-hard fan of Croatia. I just like them. Yeah, I guess that'll have to do on it. I'm gonna have to move some players maybe. Nah, actually it'll be alright. Hey Patrick, how you doing? Can Wales qualify? Maybe. Maybe they need to win some more games. They beat Croatia, actually, didn't they? They beat them 2-1. Very good result, but Wales definitely need to beat Turkey. They absolutely need to beat Turkey. If they don't beat Turkey and Croatia win the last couple of games, then it's pretty much over, isn't it? But I would like Wales at a tournament as well, just because it's a home nation. Because Ireland can't qualify, sorry. Scotland are in the Euros as well, which is great to see. Obviously England as well. So if Wales can make it, then that's 3 home nations from the UK, which will be amazing. I know Ireland, Republic of Ireland technically isn't UK, but yeah. What a ball to Alexis Sanchez. Out to you, Vidal. And gives the ball away easily. It's going to be a foul. Congratulations to the Texas Rangers for winning the World Series. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Well done to any Texas Rangers fans or any baseball fans in here. Go on. Oh, really? Like, some of the defenses I've been coming up with, they're not taking any, like, nonsense, are they? They're just like, yeah, no, Toboloco, you're not going to score that many. Now, half time, it is 1-0 to Chile. Not bad. I'm not Korean, but South Korea, Park Ji-sung was my favourite. Yeah, he's a pretty good footballer. Do you think Slovakia or Luxembourg can qualify? Luxembourg kind of got knocked out when they lost 9-0 against Portugal. I think it's over for Luxembourg now. Yeah, I think Luxembourg have kind of finished their campaign. Although it was a valiant effort by Luxembourg, but Portugal just swept them aside, and that really annoyed me, you know, because it was like 9-0, really? Like, really, Portugal? Did you really have to do it? Um, Toboloco, do you have a second favourite club? Mine is Arsenal. No, I don't. Not in the Premier League. If you're talking, I guess. Well, I like Liverpool and I like Yeovil, so that kind of counts. But Yeovil is my local team, and Liverpool is like my, you know, my normal team, if you get what I mean. You know, my Premier League team. Um, so yeah, because obviously it's unrealistic to think that Yeovil would actually get to the Premier League. So yeah, but I don't have I don't have a second Prem team, if that's what you mean. I know a couple of my friends have second Premier League teams, and one of them supports Everton and Man United, and that is a disgraceful combination for me. I always tell them, I'm like, you've literally picked the two worst teams in the league to support. I said Everton and Man U. You literally just hate Liverpool through and through, don't you? And he was like, yeah. There's another one of my friends as well who used to support West Ham, and then he changed to Arsenal, and then he changed to Man City as well. So, yeah. You can probably tell which year he changed to Man City. 2012. It's like, really, like, why do people do that? Why do people change their teams? I don't understand. Dolphins versus Chiefs in Germany. Yes, my friend was telling me about that. He supports the Miami Dolphins. Yeah, I always like it when the Dolphins and Atlanta Falcons play each other, because I always like keep an eye on the score just in case I can make fun of him. I think we beat him pre-season, but doesn't really mean anything pre-season, does it? Not really. Just like small bragging rights sort of thing. Peru have really locked down here. Can't even like get past him now. So a glory supporter? I'm definitely not a glory supporter, dude. Like, supporting Yeovil is not glory hunting. And maybe if you support Liverpool these days, then maybe. But I supported Liverpool way back when I was a kid. Like, I remember I had like all the the goalkeeping kit of like David James, I think, and stuff like that. Go on. Oh, great save. Do you think Spurs can still be on top? Maybe. They've been doing really well. Really, really well this season. I think they're the team to beat right now. They've been really good under Postecoglou. Been really, really good. Oh, my friend? Yeah, my friend, sorry. Yeah. Definitely glory hunting there. 100%. Crossed in. Oh, headed away. Go on. Oh, what a save by the Peruvian keeper. You supported Liverpool back in 2018? Nice. I think when I was a kid, it must have been around in the 90s I supported Liverpool. Back when, obviously, David James played and Michael Owen as well. So, yeah. Yeah, that would have been the 90s, like 1999 or something. Because Michael Owen won the Ballon d'Or, I think. Didn't he? I don't know if he won it at Liverpool or whether or not he... I think he did, didn't he? I think he won the Ballon d'Or at... I'm fairly sure he did. But, yeah. No. We had Emil Heskey as well at that point. Good player. Very good player. Hey Bowser, how are you doing? Hope you're good. Oh, come on. Don't let Peru do this. That was close. Do you believe that Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs to beat the Suns twice in Phoenix? They won yesterday, didn't they? Last night. And Wemby dropped 38, I think. He dropped 38 on them. Pretty crazy. Like, I do like Wembanyama, but I always look at him and think, like, you could be so much bigger than you already are. As in terms of, like, you know, if he just puts on a bit of muscle. I mean, I get it might affect his versatility and stuff, but yeah, he could be an absolute monster if he piles on a bit of muscle. Who can win the Premier League? I think it'll be either Spurs, Liverpool, or Man City or Arsenal. Either one of those four this season. It'll probably be City again, to be honest with you. It probably will be City. Haaland will start like absolutely crushing it again, won't he? Oh, we've only scored one goal in this game, but it's been enough here. It's been enough against Peru here, and we beat them 1-0. Not bad. Not bad. You know, still okay. Hey, Bright Hair Epic Plays. How you doing? Aston Villa? Yeah, Aston Villa are an outsider as well, to be fair. Aston Villa have been really good this season. They're a scary team when they're firing on like, you know, in fifth gear and that. They are a scary team. Brighton have not been very good recently, have they? Like, Brighton have been a bit like, meh. That's a big result for Ecuador. 1-0 against Brazil. They'll take that one. It's cool the NBA is getting more international. Giannis, Jokic, Doncic, and Wembanyama. Yeah, it's really cool to see. It's a shame that the Lakers don't have any of those players. Not yet. Maybe when LeBron retires, maybe the Lakers can actually get some like cap space for some of those players. Maybe make a big trade. Hey Agent G, how you doing? Who is the best coach of this season? Postecoglou, I'd say, based on current form. And then maybe Pep, and then Klopp just after him. But that's based on current form, I'd say. If any team wants trophies, just get relegated and win the second division trophy. If it doesn't work, just keep getting relegated until you win a trophy. Is that I was about to say that's Yeovil's excuse. Yeovil got relegated like 5 times in 7 years. It's absolutely insane. And we still didn't win anything. Because we're not going up. Well, this season might be different. Mark Gonzalez and Arturo Vidal injured for the Uruguay match. Fantastic. But yeah, no, Yeovil won 10 games in a row in the National League South. We're looking really good. Finally, it looks like we're actually back. Who's the worst Premier League season coach this season aside from Eric Ten Hag? Sheffield United manager. That's only 1 point. 1 point from the whole campaign. That's terrible, isn't it? Which FIFA World Cup has the best soundtrack? Probably this game. This game has a really good soundtrack. It's a shame I can't play it because copyright and stuff like that. Heckling Bottom. That's it, Sean. That's it. I always forget his name, but I mean, at the same time, right, for the Sheffield United manager, it's not exactly his fault because Sheffield United literally offloaded their best players before the season started. So yeah, you know, it's not exactly his fault, but yeah. Yeovil could win the FA Trophy and might have a run at the FA Cup. First round of the FA Cup tomorrow against Gateshead, a team which is based near Newcastle, if you didn't know. Gateshead are a league above Yeovil. We'll see what happens. We beat Southend in the previous round. That's really good. Like, with 10 wins on the bounce as well, I'm feeling confident that Yeovil, if they keep it up, will absolutely dominate that league. I think so. I'd love that. I'd actually love it. Chile versus Uruguay next. This is going to be a really tough game. Got key players out on injuries as well, so we're going to have to really battle for this one. Still second, and I think if we keep it up, we'll be either second or third from the campaign. Argentina is slowly creeping up on us. Excuse me. Ten Hag's Man United couldn't even score against a Newcastle that had Paul Dummett and Emil Kraft in defence. Like, Newcastle, they played their like second string team against Man United at Old Trafford, and Newcastle literally wiped the floor with them. I couldn't believe it. I was like, seriously? Is it really that bad at Old Trafford and Man United right now? I mean, I'm not trying to make fun. I'm just trying to say, is it really that bad? Like, I know they lost the game before that as well. I can't remember who they lost to. Um, but yeah, that is just it's just horrendous at the moment. It's just absolutely horrendous. If that happened at Liverpool, I'd be like I'd be fuming. If Newcastle beat Liverpool 3-0 like that, I'd be fuming. Newcastle even had Matt Ritchie on the ring. Wow. Yeah, that is definitely second string or even third string player. That's crazy. I'm not trying to like make fun. I'm just saying you know, if that happened to Liverpool, I'd be so angry. Getting bounced out 3-0 like that by uh, a second string team like that. Oh yeah, Marcelo Bielsa managed Leeds but got sacked. Yeah, I remember those days when he was at Leeds. Remember Anguilla? Yes, always. Always. I love the Anguilla series that I put out. Probably one of my best. Probably one of my best. And it wasn't even on Legendary either. It was like either professional, I think. I think it was professional. I can't remember. But it was on a lower difficulty than what I play now. Imagine if I tried to do Anguilla again on Legendary. I'll probably get bounced out in the first round. Crossed in. Oh. Okay. Got a stop Forlan and Luis Suarez, a very young Luis Suarez on this. Perez, he gets tackled. Oh, straight away, and that's going to be a foul. Do you prefer 1998, 2002, 2006, the games, the World Cup games? I played 1998, but obviously that was such a long time ago, so I don't really remember it. 2002, I've never actually played 2002, but I do have it here, but it doesn't work on this 360, so I have to buy a original console, and that's 1-0 thanks to Suazo. In between two men there, he gets a header off, and that's 1-0 to Chile. Lovely. Good stuff. But yeah, 2010 will always be my favourite, but 2006 set the bet, like the 2006 when I bought it, it made me love international football. So 2006 started the love for this content and these sorts of games. But at the same time, you know, 2010 is for me the king. 2014 is more realistic though. I will have to say that 2014 is way more realistic, and yeah, it's definitely a better qualification system as well, because it's actually the full qualifying rounds and the preliminary rounds and stuff. So I would say for me 2010 is the best, but a lot of people may disagree and say 2014 100%. Oh, it was Man City, sorry, yeah. Sorry, Sean, I didn't realise, but yeah. I mean, getting beaten by Man City 3-0 isn't that bad, really, on the face of it, because I know they're your rivals and everything, but Man City are a hell of a team. So you know, I mean, it could have been more, really. I mean, Anana made some really good saves in that game, but yeah, the Newcastle result is stinky. It is pretty stinky. I'm not gonna lie. But the Man City one, I'll let you off on that one. That's normal. That's normal stuff. Man City could easily pump Liverpool 3-0 if they wanted to. Like, I'm not looking forward to the time we play Man City. I don't know when that is, but yeah. But I'd love to beat them at the same time, obviously. Yeah, I'd love to beat them. I think it's like quite shortly after we play Luton, I think so. Who will qualify with England, Italy or Ukraine? I hope Ukraine, because it will be funny to see Italy fail another qualification round again. But knowing Italy, I don't know. It's quite hard to call, really, because I don't think Italy are as good as they used to be. I don't think they're as good as they used to be. Like they're not, like when England played them, we beat them 3-1. Like it was quite a good result, really. Like made it look easy. If the Philippines on 2006 World Cup game, no, they made their first appearance on 2014. Not like I mean in the game, not in international football. They've been around for ages. They've been around for ages, obviously. Even if Italy doesn't make it, they'll still have to make the playoffs. Ah, okay. Well then, hopefully they get knocked out the playoffs by Macedonia. I don't know where Macedonia are in the Euro qualifying. I can't see if where they are, but I don't know if Macedonia are even near qualifying or not. I don't even have a clue. Haven't heard anything about Macedonia ever since they beat Italy in that World Cup playoff. New FIFA rankings came out. San Marino is still at 207. One day, dude, one day. I've said to plenty of people that I think San Marino are slightly getting better because they're not conceding as many goals as they would of maybe like 5 or 6 years ago in these qualifying campaigns. Like they're not conceding that many goals. Like the Denmark match was just like, it was like, whoa, San Marino actually had a very competitive game against them. You know, I mean, if they had held on, imagine if they got like a 1-1 draw against Denmark. That would have just like sent shockwaves around the world. Croatia a 10th, nice, consistent. Croatia a very consistent top 10 team. Yeah, 1-1 into the 70th minute. Yeah, 75th minute. San Marino should be playing against Oceania or South Asian countries. They had a few friendlies against like the likes of what was it, St. Lucia and the Seychelles, and they didn't perform that badly in those friendlies. But I haven't seen them play in any other friendlies. Maybe because obviously it costs money to do that sort of stuff. I don't know if the San Marino FA have the money, or even like St. Lucia or the Seychelles, like always have the money to do those kind of friendlies. I don't really know. That sort of stuff costs money, you know, traveling the world and stuff like that, plane tickets and, you know, everything like that still costs money for the FA of those countries to do it. We're being really scrappy here. Uruguay haven't done an awful lot, but yeah, we've been okay. I think it's just going to be like 1-0s across the board. Sorry if I'm not actually like getting Chile into the right sort of play that I want them to be. But I mean, in this game we've got a few injuries, most notably to Vidal. I just got tackled there, given away. Oh, okay, that was random. Come on. I'm just trying to get into the box. It's deflected in. Yes, Suazo scores, and that is 2-0. And I literally just shot, it deflects off the defender and goes in. How lucky was that? That might have been why the goalkeeper didn't save it. I don't know. But yeah, that caught him off guard. And that is 2-0 to Uruguay. The funny thing is that I'm a Man United fan and my dad is a Newcastle fan. We're watching the game together. It was a family-friendly rivalry in the house. I was absolutely raging on the inside. I know. Several times, like, you know, when you're watching football with family or friends, it can be a little bit like, you know, you don't really want to, like, especially if you're losing, to like lash out sort of thing. You don't want to like be raging, do you? Especially like if you're with your friends and family, because obviously like I've been out with friends and stuff and they support like, I don't know, like Man City and Man United and stuff, and then Liverpool will like go 1-0 down and be like, "Way, like you're 1-0 down." It's just like, oh, shut up. Like, but you got to deal with it, ain't you? You got to deal with it. Who will qualify with Portugal? Probably Slovakia. Probably Slovakia. Luxembourg are out of it, I think. Imagine if India wins a World Cup. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe in like 100 years. 100 years. Give them time to develop their youth and their league and stuff like that. Maybe. If they cared about it as much as they cared about cricket, they'd be a decent team. Croatia in danger of not qualifying? Yeah, I know. That Wales result kind of messed them up big time. Gargano puts it wide. Oh, you kind of needed like Suarez or Forlan in that position, couldn't you? Just to like tap it in and get that goal back. Cavani is on. That's very late to bring on Cavani. A player like Cavani this late on. Did they underestimate me or something? They must have done. Into the middle. Oh, just cut out. Who will qualify with France, the Netherlands or Greece? Probably the Netherlands. Not gonna lie. Probably the Netherlands. Netherlands, bit of a strong team, aren't they? Bit of a good team. Oh, no. Oh, that is a bad miss. That is a very bad miss. Could have been 2-1. And if they scored that chance earlier, if you think about it, it could have been 2-2. That would have been a royal bottling by me if I absolutely lost that match there. Oh, come on. Is that going to be game over? It is. And that is 2-0 against Uruguay. Well done, Chile. The train keeps rolling on. Another win to add to the draw that we had and the win against Peru. So we're unbeaten still. Well, in this stream, we haven't lost again yet. We've only had one loss, and that was against Brazil. Same with the Philippines. They put a lot of budget in the football. The same way as basketball, they can challenge some Asian powerhouses. I'd like the Philippines to do well in football. I mean, their women's team made it to the Women's World Cup, and you know, they scored against New Zealand and won against them as well. So there's potential there. The men's team just needs to do the same, I guess. Australia likes cricket and rugby more than football and have qualified for the World Cup many times. Yeah, but Australia is just like, yeah. Most of the time when Australia qualify for the World Cup pre-2000, wait, no. No, did they? I can't remember now. That's, I just confused myself. Because 2006, they're in the Oceania zone, then they got moved to the Asia zone around about, well, it was after that, wasn't it? So, yeah, I mean, I think Australia are just massive. I think they're just good. Dortmund versus Bayern tomorrow. Who do you think will win? Um, Bayern. They'll be on the comeback trail after dropping a howler against Sauerbrücken. Is that how you say it? Sauerbrücken or Sauerbrücken? How did they lose that game? Like, you may say they had reserves on the pitch or whatever, but it's like, really? Like, you're Bayern Munich. How did they lose against that third tier side? I know stuff like that happens, but yeah, it's just odd, man. It's just so odd. Oh, Paraguay, you're gonna have to have your white kit. It's too clashy. Too clashy. Qatar got the host of the World Cup. Why did he get to host the Asian Cup as well? I guess that was probably part of the deal, I imagine. Remember, they still got those stadiums sat around doing nothing, so they're gonna have to like do something with them. Nice one, Patrick. That sounds cool. Watching the Texas Rangers win the MLB. men's team is decent if players don't get injuries a lot. I think yeah, the Philippines are actually a decent football team. They're not that bad, you know. I think when I followed them in the last qualifying uh campaign, they yeah. Did they get to the third round or was it they didn't get to the final round, right? I don't think they did. I can't remember. It must have been the round before it because I know they lost against China and then obviously that messed up everything. I can't remember, to be honest with you. But yeah, it would be nice to see him. Paraguay have Santa Cruz. Yes. They do have Santa Cruz. A very, very good player. Turkey qualified. Who will join them? Wales, Croatia, or Armenia? Right now, Wales is above Croatia due to their last win against Croatia. Um, Wales still need to beat Turkey. Depends what happens in that game. If Wales beat Turkey, it could be all over for Croatia. It could be, which would be kind of sad, but good in a way. But it would mark the end of Croatia's sort of like, I don't know, their golden generation, I guess. Even though Croatia have changed their team and it worked in 2022, but obviously they still had some pieces of that golden generation. Obviously Modric and stuff like that. They still got Guavio, who's a very good defender. I don't really know, really. I don't know. It feels like they're on the fringe of like, you know, going over the cliff. It feels like it. But then again, I said after 2018 that'll be it. You know, they'll go into like obscurity, and then they came back and literally like won the third place playoff. So I don't know. Football's a funny game. Wales have a good chance of beating Turkey since, yeah, that's what I was thinking as well, Bowser. They could field a weaker team and just get Wales to, you know, win that game. You know, because Turkey don't need to go try hard anymore. They don't. They've already qualified. So, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. They got knocked out by Palestine. What, the Philippines? I don't know how good Palestine are at football. I imagine not really that brilliant. What would happen if Guyana and Suriname join CONMEBOL? They get destroyed every single game. Every single game they get destroyed. They would. I'm not being harsh or anything. They would get absolutely thumped. They would. They're not good teams. They need to stay in the Caribbean if, like, you know, to remain competitive. Because if they got into the South American one, they would get thumped every game. Funny, in qualification, they have flags hanging around the stadium just to remind you what continent you're on. Yeah, I know. It's a nice detail though. I do like it. Oh, that was a poor free kick. Messed that up big time. Maldonado crossed in. Oh, that was a chance. We have to be scoring that header. Bielsa is like, right, I'm gonna go to Leeds. Good reason why Guyana and Suriname playing CONCACAF despite being located in South America. Yes, exactly. Because they would get stomped every single game. They would actually get stomped every single game. Over the top. Oh, who's this guy? Who's this guy? I don't even have him up top. Droget? Droget? Okay. I think he was like a replacement or something. I don't really know. I don't really know. Because Vidal's injured, I think, and so is Mark Gonzalez as well. So, yeah. We're a little bit short-handed, but we're still good. I still think that Chile will qualify. If we don't, then that would be really bad. But I think we've done enough to qualify, to be honest. I think it's just a matter of just playing the last games until we find out our group, really. Israel plays in UEFA. They have to. Literally, like, the Middle East, like, just don't like Israel, do they? So, yeah. That is why. And, yeah. I'm kind of glad that they do play in Europe, to be honest, because yeah, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it, is it? It's just not worth putting them in the Asia zone at all those Middle Eastern teams would be like, oh, we're not gonna play them, we're not gonna do this, we're not gonna do that, and they'll be the same as well. I had a dream where India was in UEFA. UEFA? I hope not. That would be wild. Although they did invite Qatar to the CONMEBOL, didn't they? So you never know. Santa Cruz, he's pushing through. Good save by Claudio Bravo. Do I get angry? Not that much anymore. You mean at FIFA? Not really. I used to, but it's just not. It's not worth getting angry over. It's not like super angry like you see like some streamers get angry and smash like their controllers and stuff. Like it's just not worth it. It's definitely not worth it. Kazakhstan was in the AFC but moved to UEFA in 2002. I did not know that. That is actually a really good fact. I did not know that. I thought they were European forever. If Kazakhstan were in the AFC now, then you know, I think they'd be all right. You know, I think they're a decent team. If they were in the AFC now, I think they'd get to the final round of World Cup qualifying. I think, you know, where they have the two big groups. I think they'd actually do well. That might be a hot take, but I think they'd be all right. Politics aside for a moment, Israel always has some good players like Benayoun and Sahavi. Yeah, Benayoun was an absolute baller. He was an absolute baller. Oh, Santa Cruz. No, it's not. It's Heido Valdez. Sorry, it looked like Santa Cruz. He puts them up 1-0. Fair enough, Paraguay. Fair enough. I like this Paraguay team on this game. They're a very good squad. Obviously making the quarterfinals of the 2010 World Cup before getting eliminated by Spain. Suazo. And he's tackled. Not going to go out. Israel played in Asia until 1974, but then we had to move, so we're in Oceania until 1990. And from 1992 we're in UEFA. Really? I didn't realise that it was back then you were in that division, the Asia zone. That's crazy. That's crazy. I did not know that, so yeah, thanks. Turkey could have a better chance of qualifying if in the AFC. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They'd be a big side in the AFC, I think. Not with Berhalter as their manager. What, the USA? Everybody complains about Berhalter. I did watch like Mackwell's video on him, and it did bring to light some glaring issues about Berhalter and the US national team. It's quite interesting to watch that kind of stuff from time to time. Out to the wing here. Oh, it's offside. USA are 11th and Mexico are 12th. I want to make a 2014 World Cup with just the World Cup finalists. You can easily do that now, I think. I think there's been enough World Cups, right? Cáceres to Santana. Morel. Paraguay playing really good here. It's quite obvious that our injuries and absences are starting to show on this Chile side. That is my official excuse for losing this game if I do lose. To you. To you. Go on. Oh, just couldn't quite get the ball there to Sanchez. Alexis Sanchez. Get that in the box. No. Oh, hang on. Suazo. Oh, cleared away by Paraguay. Good defending. Morale. Crossed in and just headed away. Struggling a little bit against Paraguay. Maybe the game just wants to give me another loss. I don't know. Maybe it's like, hey, you haven't lost in a while. You need to lose. It's like, okay. Out to you. Cross that in. No, blocked. Australia moved from OFC to AFC 2006 despite them being Oceania. The reason they moved because they were constantly smashing the smaller Oceania teams. Yep, they wanted to make Oceania more competitive, and with Australia in there they were never going to do that. Hey, there we go, and that is 1-1, and that is Ponce with the goal, and that was a nice header, really good header there. Just got above his man and headed it into the back of the net. I love those kind of headers on this game. New Zealand to move to AFC. I want to keep New Zealand in Oceania because sometimes New Zealand do lose against sides like Tahiti and stuff. So yeah, I think it'll be better for New Zealand to be in Oceania, and I think New Zealand will get like pretty much not like destroyed in AFC, but yeah, they wouldn't do that well, I don't think. Even though we want teams like the Solomon Islands and stuff to qualify, I still think that New Zealand should be in Oceania. But it would be an interesting experiment if ever I could like move teams in different confederations on these games. I would absolutely do those kind of things. Israel won the Asian Cup in 1964, really? That's quite interesting. Who did they beat? Like, was it like a Middle Eastern nation? Or was it just like China or something? Paderborn got to this round of 16 on the German Cup, while Bayern didn't, so who's better? Well, Paderborn, obviously. Hey, I hope Paderborn has a good cup run then. I wish them the best, because I know that you like them, so yeah, I wish them the best. '82nd minute, and that's a through ball to Oscar Cardoso. He's got it here. He's a bit of a beast on this game. He crosses it in, punched it away by Claudio Bravo. Barreto, he puts it wide. We need to abolish OFC qualifiers and unite them with Asia. Oh, I don't know. Those little islands wouldn't like that. They would not like that one bit. I think that would be very unfair on the island nations here. Here we go. Oh, straight at the goalkeeper. Oh, that was so unlucky. I skipped past the defenders. I was like, yes, that was a great move, but just couldn't find the finish. And I think Paraguay are going to take points off of me, which is fine. I don't mind. Or Alexis Sanchez can make a run down the middle. Alexis. Go on. Yes! 90th minute winner. And Alexis Sanchez has scored to make it 2-1 at the death. Away from home at Paraguay. And that surely now means that we will go to the World Cup. I think we got enough points. I think. Look at that. That was such a nice finish from Alexis Sanchez. The absolute legend from Chile. And that is 2-1. And there are 4 teams: Israel, India, South Korea and Hong Kong. Oh, okay. I didn't realise you beat India. I thought it was like China or Iran. Could you imagine if it was like someone like Iran or Saudi Arabia? That would have been so funny. But yeah, no. 2-1 against Paraguay. And yeah, I think we're through. I think we're through, boys. I think we're through. What are your views on Coventry City FC? I don't mind Coventry. I don't mind. They were unlucky not to get promoted last season. Where are you in the league right now? Where are you in the league right now in the championship? Where are you? I don't actually know where you are. Are you like mid-table or something? But yeah, I don't mind Coventry at all. I don't mind. One and a third qualifying spots. Yeah, there's one guaranteed spot, and then I think that's probably about it. I think. Can you show us the qualifying rounds? Sure, I'll show you. We're about halfway through right now, aren't we? Or just under. We still got a few more games to play, but we're actually top. If you look at the group here, we're actually top, 13 games played, and it's very close between me, Brazil, and Argentina, but we are top, and we're doing really well despite scoring less goals than Brazil. Obviously, Brazil have dropped a lot of points. Literally from Paraguay to Uruguay, it's very close, very, very close. That's going to be a good round. Let me just advance it just so I can, you know, uh, see the qualifying rounds properly. Russia versus China or Russia versus North Korea. They're friends, dude. They love that. They'll be like, yes, we're friends. Like we want to play against each other. It's like cool, you guys do that. But all right, here we go then. So CONCACAF, that's how it's looking like. You got United States, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Canada, Trinidad and Tobago. It's all very close to be fair. Remember, Mexico got knocked out in the first stage. In this group here, they came dead last. Remember that from the last stream? Yeah, you know, it's pretty cool that Mexico got knocked out. Yeah, this is the European one. So Hungary and Portugal are top, and Sweden as well. Denmark not too far behind. Albania have a shot of qualifying as well, but they've played two more games. Um, yeah, not too bad at all. In Group B, we have Israel and Switzerland. Israel doing really well, zero losses. We might see Israel at the World Cup. Latvia doing really well. Greece struggling a bit. Moldova and Luxembourg not really doing anything too special. Ipswich could get back-to-back promotions. Ipswich are not a bad side. Not a bad side at all. Not a bad side. In Group C, we have Northern Ireland versus, no, sorry, Northern Ireland top of the group. Just behind them are Slovakia, Czech Republic just behind them as well by about 4 points, I'd say, on Northern Ireland. Poland struggling. I don't think, well, they might be able to do it. That's going to be a close group. Even if, I don't know if San Marino could, but if they win, no, actually, I don't think so. No, that's well out the realms of possibility there, I think. And in Group D, we have Germany, top of that one, as expected. Wales in second place. Russia in third. Finland in fourth. Liechtenstein in fifth. And Azerbaijan with absolutely nothing in that group there. So, yeah, that's your Group D in Europe. Group E, Spain dominating that one. And then you've got Belgium, Estonia, and Bosnia and Turkey battling for second place. Group F, England and Belarus are doing really well. Croatia struggling, Ukraine struggling as well, Kazakhstan just behind them as well, Andorra getting absolutely pummeled in that group. Um, literally zero. Yeah, San Marino in qualifying. Remember, I don't know why they always seem to be really good if you're not like in control. It's really weird. Very, very weird. Serbia top of Group G, but France have 3 games in hand on Serbia. I don't know how that's happened, but Lithuania just behind France as well for the meantime. Romania as well just behind them. Austria pretty close. It's actually pretty close, that group. Pretty close. Um, yeah, Faroe Islands with only 2 points. Group H, Italy are running away with that one. Ireland in second place. Bulgaria just behind them. Montenegro just behind them as well. Georgia a little bit behind. Cyprus with no hope in that one, I'd say. I think that out personally. Group I, which is just holy, holy hell. Holland are dominating. Absolutely. Have you ever seen this much domination in a World Cup group game? That is insane. 21 points. Oh my goodness. I mean, like Holland, you may as well just let them in right now. That is crazy. Absolutely insane by Holland. Scotland in the playoff position, but it's very close between all those four teams. Like those teams are like fodder teams, really, for Holland. They're just so easy to beat. And then we go to Africa now. Cameroon and Congo are, well, only one team can qualify from these groups, remember. So Cameroon are top currently, but Congo DR just behind them. Only 2 games played though. Uganda are on top on that one. That's really cool. Nigeria and Senegal just behind them. So that's cool as well. We'll see what happens. Group C, Algeria winning that group so far. Burkina Faso and Malawi got points in that one as well. Group D, Ghana and Benin and Mali. Oh, actually, Libya as well in touching distance. Gonna be interesting to see how that one ends out. And in Group E, South Africa are top, but I believe that South Africa obviously are hosts, so I think it's Guinea. I think Guinea will qualify. I don't really know how that works, but yeah, South Africa, for some reason, in that one. Asia, if you're interested in Asia, we have Japan, Qatar, and Australia, and Oman in that one. But there's only one more game to play, so I'd say that currently it's Japan and Qatar, but Australia could relegate Qatar to the playoffs, possibly. Oman have already played their game. Lebanon can't do anything. What about the other one? North Korea dominating. Iran dominating. They've gone through. South Korea might have to use the playoffs. The UAE eliminated. Singapore 100% eliminated. Yeah. Oceania, New Caledonia, so close. So close. I think we saw this in the last stream, but New Caledonia were ridiculously close there, losing out on goal difference. That is just heartbreaking for the little nation of New Caledonia. All right, cool. You've seen all the stuff now. Let's continue on with our qualification, and it's against Bolivia, the worst team in the group. Let me just see if I had my players that I want. We're in green form. I don't want this Drogic guy on. I want Valdivia. Like, you know, like we still got the injuries, but I want Valdivia. See you later, file name. I hope we can get DLC for the Euros with all the UEFA teams. Imagine San Marino in a modern FIFA game. That's literally all I ask. Is just for even a DLC with all the teams. Just give me all the teams so I can keep doing the runs. You know, just because one day I'm gonna run out of runs to do on this game, and I'll be like, well, like, what am I gonna do now? Here we go then. Bolivia. This should be, on paper, an easy game, but nothing is easy in these qualifiers. We've only recently just got a 2-0 against, well, 2-1, sorry, against Paraguay. So we're not scoring that many goals, but Chile are still looking good. So I think we've got Bolivia, Venezuela, Ecuador, Colombia, and Brazil to play. That's five more teams. I miss when FIFA had 2 different games, one for the season and one for the World Cup or Euros. I wish. I really wish. Basically like a DLC for Euro 2012, that's your dream. That's all I wanted for the 2022 World Cup. I wanted the qualified teams, and then all I wanted was the non-qualified teams that got really close to qualifying. So obviously like Mali, you know, Congo, DR Congo got quite close to qualifying, didn't they? So just teams like that, but they just didn't bother. It just kind of sucks, you know? But they just, I mean, the non-qualified teams were there in 2022, but it was all the standard ones, you know? It was all the standard teams that you always have, sort of thing. Yes, they gave us, like, I don't know, who did they give? They gave us, like, Sweden, Finland, Hungary, so that was kind of cool. But just a bit more variety would have been nice. Remember when Bolivia won against Argentina 6-1? Yes. The altitude game. Bolivia are so goated for that. They should host a World Cup in Bolivia, just for that reason. Peru got the closest to qualifying. Yeah, they should have put Peru in the game, but they didn't. Even though they were in the 2018 DLC, they could have just like ported that side over or whatever. But yeah, exactly, they didn't add them. So like that's just lazy from EA. The strongest, yeah, I did a run with the strongest on the Libertadores mode. I actually did a run with them. I made a video on it. It was good. It was a decent run. I don't really do a lot of Libertadores or Champions League runs. I need to do a Champions League run with Ajax. I really want to do a Champions League run with Ajax or Lyon, because Ajax and Lyon are doing terrible right now. I just want to see, like, you know, how good they are on EA Sports FC. Probably not very good. Rivero on the ball for Bolivia. Vaca on the ball. Header caught by Bravo. I think if we win one more game or two more games, I think we'll officially qualify. But in my head, I think we pretty much have, as long as we don't have a massive collapse. But I think we've done all right in this one, the first live qualifying run. You know, I picked a good nation to do it with as well. You know, I figured I needed to do a South American qualifying soon, and it worked out all right. To be honest, it's worked out okay. I might have to do another one in future once we've done this one, but in a different region. Also, a team in Bolivia called Always Ready. Always Ready and the Strongest. That's good names. Over the top. Sanchez, can he keep it on? Okay, I wanted a kick, not a header. Most of the non-qualified teams in the European, the World Cup DLC. I need to learn to read. World Cup DLC are European. Yes, you're right. There's only like a handful of Asian teams. There's no other South American teams like you just mentioned. No Oceania teams. Well, actually, there is New Zealand. Yeah, it's just so disappointing, isn't it? Because like you could have put way more teams in there, but they just didn't. There's an Egyptian team called National Bank of Egypt. Yeah, I know, dude. I've seen a lot of FIFA trying to promote the African League recently, like the actual African domestic league. Seen that quite a lot on FIFA's like pages and stuff. They didn't even bother with Chile or Nigeria either. Yeah, exactly. Like, how could you leave out teams like Nigeria? If you think that's funny, Mr. Krabs, there's a team in England who are quite far down in the divisions, and it's just literally called the Metropolitan Police. It's just literally named after the police force in England. This is like, okay, cool. A team called the Metropolitan Police. That's literally what they are. Like, you can look it up. I'm fairly sure there's a team in England named after the police. Ecuador beating Argentina 1-0. Brazil thrashing Paraguay 3-0 at halftime. It's looking good for those nations, for us. They could have added so many good African teams. Yeah, like Mali should have like been in there because they only lost 1-0 to Tunisia, didn't they, or something like that. Egypt should have been in there because obviously you got Salah. That would have been really cool to use Salah in the game. Um, so it's just like, why did they not like do it? But that's just what we're dealing with EA these days. It's just like, yeah, basically they'll just put a DLC out and go, yeah, the non-qualified teams are the teams that are already in the game. If they're already qualified for the World Cup, then tough. Good save, by the way, by the Bolivian keeper. In Vietnam, there's a team called Hanoi Police FC. That's really cool. That is a cool name. Sanchez to whip it in. Nope, not that time. Fernandez. Go on. Oh, good catch by Arias in goal. Mali should qualify for the World Cup. I think Mali are not a bad side. They've got some good players, to be honest. Don't be surprised under the new format. You might see Mali there. You might. They're a big nation as well. I always forget how big Mali are. Obviously, most of it is desert, but still, it's a big nation. I always forget how big they are. And there's some obviously good Malian footballers as well on the planet. I remember on this game, Freddie Canute used to be an absolute unit on this game. Oh, wow, great. Bolivia have scored, and Alex De La Rosa, sorry, I got that completely wrong. Alex De Rosa has scored to make it 1-0 to Bolivia. Okay, this is a bit of a shock, away from home. Okay, who can win AFCON? I have no idea, dude. I'm just going to say Senegal, just for the hell of it. I don't know if Senegal are good anymore, but yeah. I mean, I guess Senegal are still pretty good, right? Surely they're still pretty good. Only after like a year after the World Cup. I mean, they got to the round of 16 of the World Cup, so that's not bad. Maybe Morocco. I keep forgetting about Morocco. Maybe Morocco? Morocco got a good team. Nigeria would have been OP if they are on the DLC. They got so many pacey players like Osherman and Lookman. Yeah. Would have been insane to use Nigeria. Nigeria are always so good on FIFA games, like Nigerian players and stuff, because they're always so good, like pace-wise and strength-wise and stuff. They're always so good. What's going on? Oh. Bolivia are like, right, we got the goal, let's just tighten up. And I don't blame them, to be honest. I really don't. Go on. Oh, just taken away by Bolivia. I think that was offside as well. Oh, that's unlucky. Off the crossbar. And it was offside from the rebound. Senegal won AFCON in 2022. They did. They did. Thanks to the help of laser pens. Or was that in the World Cup? Like, you know, the qualifying round against Egypt. I believe it was... That was the Egypt game, wasn't it? That they used the laser pens. I mean, good strategy. Not sure if it's entirely legal to do that in terms of sportsmanship. But then again, I mean, I guess whatever. I guess they allowed it. You know, they didn't replay the game or anything like that. So yeah, fair play. You got to do what you got to do. Go on. Oh, we're not scoring in this match. We are not scoring. Bolivia have been, well, the goalkeeper has been exceptional. I can't believe I didn't score that one. I wish they added scenarios to the new games. That would have been really cool. The qualifying scenarios. I still got to do qualifying scenarios on Euro 2008. I still got to do that. Go on. Oh, that was a defender. I saw the number 3 on his back and I was like, oh, damn. I wanted to use Sancho and Reece James for England, but couldn't. Oh, what, on the 2022 DLC? Sorry, I only just saw that. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's weird, isn't it? How, like, the game wasn't updated. It's the same with, the 2018 DLC. Like, England have, like, players like Gary Cahill at the back and Phil Jones. It's like, hang on a second. Those players didn't actually play at the 2018 World Cup. So, what was all that about? This is going to be game over. We lost against bottom of the table Bolivia. That's classic me in this whole World Cup run. Literally, they scored a header, they locked down their goalkeeper, didn't let us pass, and then we paid the price for it. Shocking, but I'll give it to them. That was a decent result. Argentina dropped points as well, which is good. Brazil didn't, which is bad, obviously, but still, it's okay. In the grand scheme of things, it's okay. I wonder if there's any rivalries between North African and West African teams. I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is, dude. I'm sure. Not many games left now. Only 4 more games. I think we might have done it, to be fair. Looking at the table on the right-hand side, I think we might have done it. Uruguay lost to a baseball nation. Hey, Venezuela these days are not that bad now. They're not that bad. Like, didn't they, what was it? Did they beat Brazil or did they beat Chile? I know they beat Chile, but they drew against Brazil, right? Like Leroy Sané or Dani Alves in 2018. Exactly. They don't update the DLCs properly. It's really sad. Um, do I follow tennis? A little bit. I'm not a big, massive fan of tennis. Like, I won't really sit there and watch it, sort of thing. I like playing tennis if I get the chance. But yeah, I just not really a massive, massive fan of tennis, I'd say. Not really a massive fan. But I don't mind it. It's not that bad. We need to get our shooting boots on in this game against Venezuela. I don't want to lose against, as you guys call it, the baseball nation. Can Chile bounce back against Venezuela here? I hope so. Yeah, 1-1 with Brazil. Thank you, Radish. Yeah. Good result, by the way. Really, really good result. All you know is Salomon Rondon. That's it for Venezuelan players, but I know tons of Venezuelan MLB players. Favorite tennis player? I've always been Roger Federer kind of guy. Like, I think he's like really good. Obviously, he's a legend, but I've always loved him. I always loved that like sort of back thing that he did where he wasn't facing the court and he did that thing between his legs and yeah, that was epic. Like, that was epic. Who will get eliminated between the 3? Uh, Probably realistically Kazakhstan, but yeah, I hope not. I hope not. Who knows? Who knows? We've got Vidal back for this game. Yay! Finally, a decent player that can actually help us in midfield. Crossed in. And already, we're posing a bit of a threat here. Go on! Oh, blocked! Oh, I've still got it! Go on! Ah, just wide. Already like 3 shots and most of them are blocked. Oh, my arm. Like, going dead. And we got Medell as well. He's come back. I don't know if he was actually already on the field or not, but yeah, I didn't notice he was. So yeah, and Bertashaw as well. We lost a lot of players due to injury. We did absolutely lose a lot of players. Venezuela pushing. Tackle by Carmona. Suazo over the top to Alexis Sanchez. Go on. Oh, really? That was a really poor shot. It would be refreshing to see Slovenia qualify. They haven't qualified for any tournament since 2010. That would be really good. I don't mind Slovenia. I don't mind them at all. Slovenia in 2010, this game, they're actually not a bad little side. If you want to play as Slovenia, they're not bad at all. Here we go. Oh, good save. Back out. Fernandez. Suazo. Oh, yes. There we go. Finally, we score. The pressure was too much for Venezuela, and that's 1-0. Roberto Suazo with the first goal. Do you have Alexis Sanchez in 2010? Yeah, he's on the wing on this game. Hey, Tobo, do you think Norway can qualify for the Euros next year? They would have to make it through the Nations League playoffs, I believe. I think there's a good chance. Norway are not a bad side. Yeah, I don't mind Norway being there. Obviously, Haaland, Odegaard as well. Yeah, I think they got a good chance. It depends who they get in that playoff. But yeah, I think they got a good chance. Suazo again. Ah, pushed off the ball there. Norway sucks. They always bottle it in the playoffs. You never know. You never know now with Erling Haaland on fine form. He might be able to do it for Norway. I think it could be alright, you know? Might be the talisman you need to get into the tournament. Hungary, Serbia, or Montenegro. I kind of want Montenegro to do it because I've always kind of liked Montenegro. Like, I think they've actually, like, even though I don't think they're good, I still like Montenegro because they're the underdog sort of thing. Hungary would be cool as well because of Sloboslai. I want to see him at the tournament and see how well he plays and stuff. Obviously, being a Liverpool fan, I'm interested in him now. But yeah, Serbia though, I'm not really that fussed. Really, I think that they're not. Well, in the World Cup, they were just a bit meh, weren't they? They were just a bit meh. You think Jovetic still plays for Montenegro? That's really cool if he does. Because Montenegro, as an independent nation, still kind of fresh, aren't they, in the international footballing world? Like, what was it, like 2006 or 7, was it, that they disbanded from Serbia? Like, in terms of football? Or was it just after 2008? I can't remember. Because on the Euro 2008 game, they appear as their own nation, but they're not involved in qualifying. You had to, like, add them in. So, it must have been around then. But, yeah, I've always kind of liked Montenegro. They've been alright. They've been okay. They're an okay team. I remember well, I went to watch an England game. It was against Montenegro. We beat them 5-1. It was a good game. Montenegro fans were quite loud on that night as well, actually. Even though there was a small pocket of them, they were actually pretty loud. Probably louder than the England fans, to be honest with you. Half time, it's 1-0 against Venezuela. Not doing too bad. Just need to get another goal and then we're all set. I didn't realise Argentina were playing Brazil. That went right over my head. Brazil leading 1-0. They have Stefan Savic in defence too. Yeah, good player, very good player. What is the worst team qualifying in the Euros? Um, well, the obvious answer would be San Marino, but like they have, like I said earlier in the stream, they have like slightly improved. So it would be a little bit cruel to say that, but I guess based on stats, it's probably right. Luxembourg have more points than Norway in Euro qualifying. Luxembourg are a good team though. They're a good little team. It's just a shame that Portugal brought them back down to earth in that game when they won 9-0. It's so frustrating. Like I really wanted Luxembourg to like get a draw in that match and then just like win their last 2 games or something. But no, of course, Portugal had to end the dream. They had to go and spoil it, didn't they? It's fine. Luxembourg will do it one day. You know, it seems like they're getting better and better. You know, they beat sides like Ireland and stuff like that. You know, I think they've beaten Iceland as well, haven't they? In the qualifying campaign. Did they beat Iceland or did they draw against them? I'm fairly sure they beat Bosnia as well. But Bosnia have been horrible in Euro qualifying. I would say Bosnia are one of the worst teams in Euro qualifying, I'd say. One of the worst. They're not as good as they used to be. I wanted Kosovo to qualify because they have a player from Paderborn. I like Kosovo. They're a good little team. I remember when they played England and it was, I think the final score was 5-3. Like, it was a hell of a game. It must have been quite a while ago, but it was a hell of a game. With, yeah, Czechia have always been certainly through, but they threw it away against Moldova and Albania. Yeah, Albania are sick. They are good. They have been very good in Euro qualifying. This good pass, and what a goal! And Roberto Suazo scores again, and that is 2-0. Should be game, set and match now. Should be qualification in the bag. And Venezuela just couldn't deal with that. That was really nice football. I love those kind of goals where you just pass, shoot, and yeah.
And news coming in from the game involving Paraguay. They're still leading in that one. Peru. He's such a reliable ball winner. Gonzalez.
Through the legs. Lovely stuff from Chile. Over the top to Alexis Sanchez. Twist. Cross that in the box. No. Brazil have doubled their lead over the Argentines. It's 2-0. I wonder who scored for Brazil. It would have been nice to have like actual player names come up on the scoreboard as well alongside with that feature. That would be really cool. Oh, what a save. I was trying to like, you know, absolutely do him there with that passing play. Thanks for all the hearts in the chat there. That's a lot of hearts. If Slovakia lose to Iceland and Bosnia and Luxembourg, if Luxembourg beat Bosnia, Liechtenstein, they will be in the Euro and not Slovakia. Really? So there's still a chance. Still a chance. But how likely is that chance? How likely is it? Colombia and Ecuador having a good game. Oh, okay. Paderborn also have a player eligible to play for the Philippines. Nice. That's really cool. Nice little fact there. There's a Filipino footballer that I really like on... well, he was on FIFA 23 and he's on this game as well. Not this one, but EA Sports FC, I should say. I think his name's Holtman. He is such a beast for a silver card. He is such a beast. Oh, just wide. Yeah, but he's a beast on that that FIFA 23. I remember starting out my ultimate team with him, like as a starting player, and he got me so many goals because he's just so quick. I think his name's like Garrett Holtman or something. Beast player, absolutely beast for a silver card. So quick. Go on, go on, go on, go on. Yes, Alexis Sanchez, no defenders around him. Can he do it? No. Oh, really? Oh, I thought I was going to get a rebound. That was a poorly timed shot. But we're still going to get the win anyway, regardless. Over the top here. Roberto Suazo out to Sanchez. And he makes it free. Too easy. And Alexis Sanchez gets the goal. 90th minute. And we've won against Venezuela. Holtman played for Paderborn in 2019-20. Nice. He's a good player. He's really quick. He's super quick on FIFA. That's probably why I used him. He's so just super fast. November 16th we'll have Slovakia versus Iceland and Luxembourg versus Bosnia. If Luxembourg win and Slovakia lose, the gap between them will be 2 points. 2 points. Imagine if Luxembourg clutched up at the end of the qualifying campaign. And that is a 3-0 win over Venezuela. Lovely. I think we've actually qualified now. We've got 3 more games to play. I don't think we actually can fall out those spaces. I don't think we can, to be fair. So good stuff. Good stuff. It's very underwhelming, South American qualifying, because like I already knew. I didn't want to be overconfident, but I already knew that I was going to qualify because the window to qualifying is so big. It's not like a European one where you've only got like 1 or 2 spots, and if you drop a couple of games, then you're screwed. So yeah, it's a weird zone. It's a weird zone, but also at the same time, it's quite competitive because the teams around you are the same rating, so the games are harder. But obviously, you know, if you're on a winning streak, you know, like I am right now, apart from the Bolivia game, it's actually alright. I'm not ignoring you, Philip. I'm not ignoring you. I acknowledged you just a minute ago. That's cool, Bowser. Rafael Obermare. Brazil versus Chile is up next. We've got three more games, right? 3 more games to play. Let me just have a look. We'll scroll down and see these results. So many big results here. Brazil getting the biggest one against Colombia, absolutely humbling them, 6-0. So we've got Brazil, Colombia, and Ecuador. Yep, nice. That is awesome. Let's do it. Let's get straight into it. I'm getting hungry, so let's wrap this thing up, find out our group and stuff like that. Can you show the table? I will after 2 more, this game and the next game, because I just showed the table like literally like 2 games ago, so there hasn't been much change really. But I'll show you after the next 2 games. He's 69 rated. Best number. Right. Brazil versus Chile at Brazil Stadium. Generic stadium, basically, on this game. They don't have that actual stadium. Always found it weird how Brazil never had their proper stadium. And Argentina as well. It's just like, why? I mean, I get it would be a bowl, like a bowl stadium sort of thing, but still, it would be nice to have some official licensed stadiums. Also for Europe, yep, I will, definitely. I definitely will before the last game. Don't you worry. I will make sure of it. Go on, go on, go on. Over the top, no. Brazil are not like that. Oh, maybe they are. Vidal. No! Oh, it's under too much pressure. That needed to be on the floor. It's generic, but it kind of looks like the Maracana. It does a little bit, to be fair. Oh, off the post. How are they getting that shot off from that angle? I hope that when we get to the World Cup, we have a good group. I hope we do. I don't want to get to the World Cup and get bounced out in the first round with Chile. I think there's potential to win this World Cup in the next stream, the final qualifying live stream. Robinho's going through. Don't let him score. Okay, he scored. Great. Robinho scores to make it 1-0. Yeah. Well, that's that. Okay. This has to be one of the worst Brazil teams of all time. There's really nothing special about it, is there? Apart from like Ronaldinho, who's on the bench, and Kaká. Like, it is really underwhelming compared to what Brazil had in 2014, and obviously in history as well. Before, 2006 and 1998. It's not as good as those teams, is it? You know? It's not as good, is it? Robinho crosses it in, and ooh, that was a really bad miss. Too much pressure there on us. Robinho is here, yeah. Prison FC. Prison FC. Man, what a fall from grace, Robinho. Just don't get it. Like, why would you do stuff like that to ruin your whole career and stuff like that? Well, mental. One time I was playing, got France, Argentina, and Uruguay in your group. That's a group of death right there, dude. I get that all the time in my runs. I'll qualify for the World Cup, like, by the skin of my teeth. And then the game will be like, here you go, Holland, Russia, and Nigeria. It's like, great, thanks. Like, some of the best nations you can have on the planet in the same group. Speaking of Ronaldinho, he got denied entry, well, he got detained in Paraguay for a false passport. Yeah, I know, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Like, why would he do that when he's literally Ronaldinho? Like, he has the money and stuff like that to, have a proper Brazilian passport. I just don't get it. It's really weird. Go on. Oh, that was just wide. He was El Salvador as well. Only Maicon, Lucio, and Julio Cesar were really well classed in this team. Yeah, the defenders on this side are actually pretty good. It's a good cross. Elano on the ball. They're just literally switching it between them constantly. And a good save by Bravo. Need to try and find a way back into this game. Brazil are top of the group. Just kept that on. You're going to keep that? Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I mean, we're not desperate to win anymore. We've already qualified, to be fair. But, yeah. Would be nice to notch a win up against Brazil, of course. Gonzalez. No, poor shot selection there. Kaká was so OP. Yeah, he was good. Good player. Especially on the older FIFA games. Definitely. Who will qualify between Romania, Switzerland, Israel and Kosovo? I would say Switzerland. I think that might be a given. Switzerland. I don't know. Depends what happens. Like, depends. I really don't know, to be honest. That's a really hard one to call. Would be cool if Kosovo made it. That would be really good. Don't know if Kosovo can, but yeah, that would be cool. Kaká loved AC Milan so much he left to join Real Madrid so they could save some money. Kaká at AC Milan was so good. So good. I remember that AC Milan team. It was outrageous. AC Milan have had some really, really good squads over the years. Obviously, being one of the best teams in Italy will help, I guess. Romania will qualify 100%. Oh, that's a big one there. That's a big one. Yeah, that would have been insane, Bowser. That would have been insane. 2026, we will have been 24 years since Brazil last won a World Cup. It's a long time if you think about it. A very long time.
Ready to go again then for another 45 minutes. Bonjour. Gonzalez. Carmona. Suazo.
Go on. Yes. Nice one. Good equaliser by that man, the beast, Roberto Suazo. Good stuff. We'd love to see that. Brazil angry about that. They couldn't defend to save their lives there. And that is 1-1. Straight after the half. Like the second half kicks off. Which is great. Kosovo can qualify with Romania. If Switzerland qualify in the next match, then Kosovo are out. I can't see Switzerland dropping. Oh, that was close. I can't see Switzerland dropping any more matches, really. They're a good side. So, yeah. I think Switzerland will qualify, I think. Like, straight off the bat, qualification, like, automatic. Over the top, Robinho. Tackled. Andre Santos. Robinho, Andre Santos again. Back out to Robinho, crossed in. And it's headed away. Simple as that. Suazo. Sanchez. Did not release that in time. Uruguay beating Colombia 1-0. Oh, that was a bit of a dramatic fall. Oh, that's an injury to Gilberto Silva. Okay. I wonder if they're going to put Ronaldinho on. No, it's Diego. They didn't even take off Gilberto Silva. Unless that was the wrong name tag. It might have been the wrong name tag. Sometimes the game does that. It's weird. Go on. Arturo Vidal. He's running through. Yes! Come on. Arturo Vidal scores. And that's 2-1 against Brazil in their own backyard. Yes. Come on. These are the results that I'd love to get before the World Cup. Chile are taking the lead. And it was just a basic goal. But, hey, they all count. In 2026, it will also be 60 years since England last won a World Cup. Oh, don't remind me. Don't remind me. Hey, you never know. That might be our year. We have belly goal now. Belly goal. Belly goal. That meme on TikTok that everybody does. That was a good pass. And Bravo just snatches it. Brilliant. Bellingham has been unreal for Real Madrid, by the way. Absolutely unreal. Carmona. I'm going to go for it. Oh, wow. Into the stands. I remember Dunga was criticised for not bringing Ronaldinho and Neymar to the World Cup. Yeah, that is poor not to bring Ronaldinho and Neymar. That is poor. How is he not, like, bringing Neymar to the World Cup? Could have been in the game. Yeah, exactly. I remember, like, everybody was raving about Neymar around this time. Like, was he was still at Santos, wasn't he, at the time? Yeah. Always saw those tricks and skills highlights of Neymar back in 2010. Incredible. Oh, saved. Diego was a baller for Bremen. Then he ruined his career at Juve. He was really good at Bremen. Werder Bremen. I remember using Werder Bremen on like the old FIFAs against my friends, and Werder Bremen used to be a really good squad to use on those older FIFAs. very, very underrated team.
Covered that well.
5 minutes to play. Chile are holding on. Andre Santos, though, crosses it in. Oh, good save by Bravo. That was close. That could have been a late winner. I don't know what he's doing now with that back heel, sorry. Saved by Bravo again. Claudio Bravo's been alright in this in between the sticks for us in these qualifying matches. One of my favourite goalkeepers. And that is going to be a 2-1 win over Brazil. That is a very good result from Chile. Incredible. Brazil dropped points again in this campaign. They dropped a lot recently. Like well, no, they beat Argentina, didn't they? Who did they lose to? I can't remember. Oh, it was Ecuador, wasn't it? Yeah. So dropped points against Ecuador, dropped points against us as well. A bit of a blip maybe for Brazil. They still qualified, but still. You know, taking points off Brazil is really cool. It's really cool. Every World Cup winner has been either European or South American. I think the best outside of those confederations or continents, the best chance would be Africa. Best chance would be Africa. Obviously, Morocco in 2022, Ghana 2010 were like literally like a penalty away from going to the semi-finals. Yeah, you know, it's just a shame, really, isn't it? USA versus Australia, someone outside Europe and South America. I know it sounds a bit mean, but I really don't want the USA to win a World Cup. Oh, Sanchez out for 3 games and Vidal as well out. I mean, it doesn't matter at this stage, but we have to play with a second string squad against Colombia. Great. But yeah, I don't really want the USA to win a World Cup just because we won't hear the end of it. And I know what you're going to say, like, oh, well, if England won the World Cup, then you'd be the same. It's like, well, I mean, yeah. But yeah, United States winning a World Cup would be, it would be cool, but like, you know, because how they acted when they got a draw against England was just a bit like, okay, cool. You drew against England. Okay, cool. I get it. They're a very passionate fan base, but it's just like, yeah. South Korea could have won the World Cup in 2002, but they forgot to pay the ref in the semi-final. So we'll do one more game against Colombia. We'll check the groups and then do our final game, and then obviously check our groups for the World Cup. So yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Funny how Mbappe said South America is not on the same level as Europe and lost to Argentina in the final. Yeah, I suppose he ate his words, didn't he? Saudi Arabia should have rejected the World Cup bid. Nah, they're never going to reject it. They want football to be the next best thing in their country, don't they? I just find it funny how Australia pulled out the bidding process. Like, I think Saudi Arabia bribed them. I think they did. I think they gave Australia money to say, hey, stay out of this one. Because I really wanted Australia to host the Men's World Cup. And Saudi Arabia were the only ones. Were the only ones. But, yeah. I don't mind if it's hosted in Saudi Arabia. We already had a Qatar World Cup, and that was entertaining. As long as the football's entertaining, I don't mind. I don't mind the politics behind it. You know, it's Saudi Arabia. It's going to be the same as Qatar, isn't it? It's going to be the same rules and opinions and stuff like that. You know, you can't really do anything about it. The only annoying thing is obviously, you know, they're sports washing pretty much, which is just annoying. But when you've got as much money as Saudi Arabia, they're gonna do it, aren't they? Sadly.
And an update from the game featuring
Alright, back
Ecuador.
to the task at hand. It is Chile versus Colombia. We're away from home. Smoke? No, definitely not. I am not smoking. Definitely not. That is a dirty habit. That is a dirty habit. I ain't smoking. Remember, China claimed by 2050 they also win a World Cup. I mean, they still got 25 years, so yeah, watch this space, I guess. Yeah, I think it's a little bit out of this world that China will win a World Cup. They need to qualify for another one first. Can't wait to see NY City FC versus Inter Miami next week. Nice. So you're actually going? You're like going physically there? That's really cool. Will it be in December too? I don't know. It might be in December. It makes sense if the Saudi World Cup was in December. UK and Ireland should have one. Hey, we got the Euros, dude. We got the Euros. I'm happy with that. It means that I could potentially go and watch some games. Potentially. Depending on what stadium they're going to be in and stuff. And what kind of games that are available. Yeah. Maybe I might be able to watch some. That would be cool. We got the Euros. Australia understood they don't have a chance against the Saudi money, so they withdrew. That's where football is going. Yeah. Sadly. Crossed in. And that was just wide. Defender having a pop at the header. Just wide there. They gave all the Brazilians a Chinese citizenship so they can play for them. Yeah. And then the Chinese government were like, hey, you know our domestic league? And we're playing all these players, like all this money? Yeah, we want that money. And then the league just died straight away after the government decided they're going to have a piece of that league. So yeah, that was a good strategy, wasn't it, China? But it's cool. It's cool. It means that players aren't going to China anymore for money, which I'm happy about. Instead, they're going to Saudi Arabia. I'm sure that Saudi bubble will burst one day, I think. Because, yeah, I watched a video by HITC7s, and he was like talking about how like the fan attendances in Saudi Arabia were really bad. Header it, please. Thank you. Yeah, it was talking about how like Al Ettifaq played in front of like 600 fans. That is disgraceful. That is. He also said like Saudi Arabia is a big country and you know, obviously to drive to some places takes like 10 hours and stuff. I can appreciate that to an extent. But surely they have some home fans there as well in those places. Surely. Surely they do. But, you know, I don't know. It's just weird, isn't it? How, like, Al Ettifaq have, like, Jordan Henderson and players like that. And Steven Gerrard as the manager, you know. And then they only can pull in 600. But in the National League South, Yeovil versus Weymouth, that had 6,000, and that was an attendance breaker. That was. How are we not scoring there? The Chinese league is still in EFC. Yeah, I noticed that, dude. I noticed. Might have to reinvigorate the Chinese league as a video, maybe. Teams in the German 5th division get more than that. Yeah, exactly. Like what I said, like. Yeovil versus Weymouth, a derby match in the National League South, which is the 5th tier of English football, had 6,000 fans. It's like, how is that beating Saudi Arabia's attendances? I don't understand it. I mean, I know it's a local rivalry and everything, but yeah, it's still, like, Saudi League has tons of money. You know, you're not going to get players like Jordan Henderson in the National League South, are you? I mean, you might. It might at this rate if the attendances are that bad. What is the best World Cup song? I love Waving Flag. Yeah, Waving Flag is a good one. I like the 2014 one, I think. Is that it? There's one on the World Cup. There's a couple of World Cup songs on the 2014 game, which are really good as well. They're quite catchy. You'll never watch the Saudi League, even if they signed all the best players. Yeah, me too. I don't have an emotional attachment to any of the teams, so I'll never watch it. Did you watch the women's international games? I watched USA versus Colombia. USA won 3-0. Nice. I saw that England lost against Belgium. I I did see that, but I didn't actually watch the games. I wanted the World Cup in 2034 to be hosted in Australia, not Saudi Arabia, because I support Australia as my third team. Because my girlfriend, who's Australian, and her name is Australia as well. Nice. Yeah, I kind of wanted it in Australia, the World Cup, just because Australia is you know, it's just one of those big nations that can accommodate for a World Cup. I'm not saying Saudi Arabia can. You know, it's just all the. I just don't want to go through all the political stuff again. You know, will that happen with Qatar? Like everybody's like, everybody's saying like, oh, Qatar, they don't support this stuff and they don't support that and they don't. It's like just leave them alone. It's their own country. Leave them alone. It's like they're not going to change. Just leave them alone. And people are going to do that with Saudi Arabia as well. And it's just going to be annoying to see it all dragged up yet again. Like, I'm not saying I don't support those issues and stuff like that, but you have to realise that those are Middle Eastern countries. You know, they're not going to support the same things as Western countries do. They're not going to. So it's all going to be dragged up again, and it's all going to be made like a massive issue again. It's just, yeah, not fun. Not fun. You missed the 2022 World Cup? I do as well. I was actually thinking about watching highlights of the 2022 World Cup after this stream. Because I missed the goals. I forgot what the goals were like. I really like the 2014 World Cup music and 2016 Copa America music. The German World Cup song for 2006 is really good. Oh no, there's also an English version of it, but it's a bit meh. Oh, okay. The German version is good, English version bad. Got it. I'm literally just coasting in this game. I've already qualified for the World Cup. At the moment, I just literally just like, I don't care about these last two matches. I just want to get to the World Cup. I've literally already qualified, so it literally doesn't matter at this stage. It's nice to have this at, in qualifying. I'm not like battling for like my spot, but just the fact that I got to play 2 more matches. And that's why I don't work for FIFA, lol. 2002 World Cup song was really good. I never heard it. I might have to look it up. Carmona. Ooh, a rocket that just goes over the bar. Ooh. Starting to get a little bit like, bit stiff on the joints now because I've been in the same position for like the last 2 hours. It's only been 2 hours. Wow. I thought it'd been longer than that. I thought it'd been like maybe 3 hours or something. But no, we've actually gone through this qualifying campaign quite fast. Boom! And that is 1-0. And that man again scores. Roberto Suazo. 1-0 to Chile. Just got past him. Typical goal, really. Bang, top corner. the singer just can't sing in English. That's why it's meh. A World Cup every 2 years would be terrible. That'll the point. What would be the point of AFCON and Euros? Exactly. Yeah. 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 You can't have a World Cup every 2 years. It's just impossible. The Olympics next year? Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Olympics next year. I like watching the Olympics because, like, I like watching, like, random countries do well at random sports. So I think, like, in one of the... Hang on. Just tackled in there. Nice one. In one of the sports I think I watched, I think it was, like, in the shooting. I think, like, San Marino got a medal, sorry, in, shooting. In, like, the plate shooting or whatever. It was so random. So random, but it's just so cool at the same time, you know? And like I like watching the high jump and stuff like that, the athletics, you know, it's really fun to watch those events. Um, you know, Olympic football's pretty cool as well. Fiji were in the Olympic football, weren't they? I think like Krishna played in like the Olympic football, didn't he? Yeah, football at the Olympics is really cool. I like how, like, football at the Olympics, like, the whole of the UK just, like, join together and play football together. It's so weird because, obviously, in FIFA, we're all individual, but in the Olympics, the UK is obviously just the UK. So, when we play football as the United Kingdom. Oh, no, here comes Falcao. Okay, good. Just cut out there. That should be game over, right? I mean, my concentration levels are at the lowest they've been so far because, you know, I've just already qualified. It doesn't matter. Come on, end the game. End the game. I'm going to take a shot from distance, and that should end the game. Should be a 1-0 to Chile. Yeah, 1-0. Boom. Another win. Another win. Who would win the 2027 Women's World Cup? I want USA and Mexico. Women's World Cup bid. Sorry. Yeah, like it would make sense for USA and Mexico to have it straight after the men's tournament. It would make sense. The only goal of San Marino in this qualifier was against Denmark, who are semi-finalists in 2020 Euro. It's really good, isn't it? It's actually really good. It's a good achievement to score against Denmark when you're an amateur footballer. When you're an amateur footballer and scoring against Denmark. I mean, I know San Marino do have some professional players, but yeah, most of them are like semi-pro sort of footballers, aren't they? Hey, Strawberry Lemonade. We are still playing as Chile, and we have pretty much qualified for the World Cup now. We're on our final game. Before we go into our final game, though, I did promise I'll look at the groups. There's two shooting events, one with a shotgun and one with a pistol. I think San Marino did the shotgun one. I think it's like when you shoot the plates. I think the shooting with the pistol is like the quick fire one. Um, I like that event. That's a cool event. So, with one more game to go, this is your situation in South America. Chile have qualified, potentially with 40 points. That would be a massive points thing if we can get 40 points. Brazil just behind us with 36. Argentina, 31 points. They've qualified as well for the World Cup. Ecuador, they've qualified for the World Cup as well. Uruguay, I think they're in the playoff position as well. I don't think they can get knocked out. So I think we've already established who can go through. Colombia have missed out. Peru have missed out. Paraguay missed out. Venezuela missed out. And, excuse me, Bolivia have missed out as well. So that is your whole South American table. If you want to go through it and pause the stream or whatever, you can. But yeah, that was a really good campaign. We've got one more game to play. Let's just check out the other ones. This is how it's finished in CONCACAF. We have the United States going through, Costa Rica going through as well, El Salvador going through as well. That's an incredible effort from El Salvador, and Trinidad and Tobago going into the playoffs. That's really cool. Honduras, even though they're a really good team on this game, had a horrible qualifying campaign with only 1 win, 5 draws, and 4 losses. That's really bad. Um, yeah, that's really bad for Honduras. All right, so in Europe, European qualifying has finished. So Sweden have automatically gone through. Portugal will have to go through via the playoffs. Hungary didn't go through. Denmark didn't go through either. Albania, no, 8 points as well. Malta was 0 points. So that's Group A. In Group B, Israel dominated that group with only 1 loss, 3 draws, and 6 wins. Switzerland will go to the playoffs. Greece will be eliminated. Latvia eliminated as well, as are Moldova and Luxembourg. Where is Mexico? They lost in round one of qualifying. They were terrible, dude. They were really terrible. I'll show you in a minute. But yeah. Um actually I'll go back now and show you. That's where Mexico finished. They were terrible. They were terrible. Right, back to Europe. Group C, Northern Ireland and well, Northern Ireland have gone through automatically. Slovakia will go to the playoffs. Poland, Czech Republic, Slovenia, and San Marino all eliminated in Group C. Okay, cool. Group D, Germany go through in that one with 0 losses. Russia will go through as well. Well, they'll go to the playoffs. So Russia will go to the playoffs. Germany will go through automatically. Um, yeah, cool. I mean, Wales and Finland couldn't quite do it. So yeah, nice. Yeah, Benny Yoon probably did carry that Israel team. Israel on this game are actually a really good team to use. Um, Okay, so we got Spain going through in that one. Turkey going through to the playoffs. Estonia was so close. So that was close between all those nations apart from Armenia. But Estonia was so ridiculously close. Oh, imagine if Estonia made it to the playoffs. That would have been so cool. That would have been epic. In Group F, we have England and Ukraine going through on goal difference above Belarus. That's pretty hilarious, considering what's going on in the world right now. You know, Ukraine and Belarus technically, at war because of Russia and stuff, and Ukraine are like, yeah, see you later, Belarus. That's pretty funny. Croatia, that wasn't a good campaign. That was not a good campaign. Kazakhstan and Andorra eliminated as well. Group G, France took the top spot, as we probably discussed before, because they had 3 games in hand. Serbia will go to the playoffs. Group H, Italy and Bulgaria. Again, Ireland and Montenegro missing out. Missing out by a point. That is heartbreaking for the Irish and Montenegro as well. Georgia missed out by about 4 points. Italy and Bulgaria go through to, well, Bulgaria to the playoffs, Italy to the actual World Cup, and Holland. I mean, what else can you expect? They dominated that group. Macedonia, on the other hand, will go to the playoffs. So yeah, that's cool. I'll check the European playoffs in a second. Yeah. Okay, so in Africa, we got Cameroon going through. In that one, yeah, it's been confirmed, even though there's one more game. It's been confirmed. Uganda going through. How did Nigeria do so badly in that group? Uganda going to the World Cup? I'll take that. That's really cool. Uh, Christian, El Salvador went through. I'll show you in a minute. Uh, Group C, Algeria dominated that one. Uh, Oh, that's going to be a close one on the final day. That is going to be a close one. Anyone can qualify in that group. That is so close. I kind of want someone different to Ghana to go through. Maybe Mali or maybe Libya. Libya score like 5 goals in the final match and go through? Maybe. And then in Group E, I think that'll be. I don't really know how that works, but Ivory Coast. How terrible were Ivory Coast in that campaign? 1 point from 5 games in that group. That is shocking. That is genuinely shocking. That's pretty funny though. Ivory Coast are a really good team on this game as well. How did they drop that? Um, okay, cool. Asia, Qatar are going to the playoffs. They were in the second place position with one more game to play, but obviously they bottled it. But they will go to the playoffs. Um, yeah, cool. So Australia and Japan go through in Group A, Qatar to the playoffs, where they will meet South Korea in the Asia playoffs, Iran and North Korea going through in Group B. Cool. And Oceania, we already know New Zealand went through. Okay, so if I check the results and fixtures, um, can I not see the playoffs? How do I see the playoffs? Maybe it hasn't. Maybe it hasn't done it yet. Maybe it hasn't done it. I don't actually know how it works because I can't actually. Usually I can see it, but it hasn't, right? Oh, hey, here, there we go. There we go. Sorry. There we go. So, the Asia Oceania playoffs, obviously South Korea beat Qatar in the Asia playoff, and currently it's 1-1 between New Zealand and South Korea. So that's pretty cool. It's still wide open in that one. And then we've got oh, South American CONCACAF hasn't been decided yet. What about European playoffs? Where are they? Where are the European playoffs? Are they not going to show up? Okay, that's weird. You're not going to show me the European playoffs? Okay. Usually it comes up, so maybe it's just like, I don't know. That's weird. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, they're in November. Okay, so it's October. So we won't know because the game automatically fast forwards after the game we play here against Ecuador. So I'm sorry. We'll go back and review it after the group stages are drawn. But yeah, that is your tables. Um yeah. Poor Singapore, yeah, they were just a little bit too small for that group, weren't they? A little bit too small. Final game of the campaign then, and it's against Ecuador. A nothing game, really. Absolute nothing game. Let's just get this one out the way. I don't care if I lose. Literally don't care. I mean, I want the 40 points. Like, don't get me wrong. I want 40 points from this group. There's tons of fireworks going off right now outside. Absolutely loads. Well, I hope they're fireworks. That is loud, dude. That is super loud. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it, but that is loud. Like some of the loudest fireworks I've heard. What day is it today? It's the 3rd, so it's not even the 5th of November. Like it's not even bonfire night. That's a bit weird. Come on. Oh, that was a good goal by Ecuador, and it's 1-0. Noboa has scored to make it 1-0 to Ecuador. Okay, cool. I mean, it's just a friendly, pretty much. Do you know, when I was playing in the qualifiers as Finland and Kazakhstan, I checked the CONMEBOL and Brazil were bottom of the group. That's insane. That's extremely rare to happen. For that to happen. Oh, off the post. I think my light went out. It did. Hold on. I'll put my light back on. Bluetooth mode. Hang on, let me just turn down the volume because it can pick up Bluetooth from like literally the houses next door, and it always like picks up other people's music. It's really like weird. It's the 3rd of November today, 27 days until your 15th birthday. Nice. Crossed in. I can't believe it's November already. We're so close to Christmas. Like, this year has flown by. It's actually flown by. Like, what is going on with life? It's just flying by. Through ball, Gonzalez. Mark Gonzalez. Oh, almost. Tried to thread the ball into the box.
And news coming in from the game involving Brazil. Still got the advantage in that one. Castillo. Hurtado.
Yeah. I wouldn't be shocked if there was fireworks on Sunday. It was just very loud, that was all. It sounded like a bomb went off outside or something. It was that loud. It didn't sound like a firework either. Legit just sounded like an explosive went off. Really weird. Obviously that didn't happen, but it just sounded like it did. Pass to the goalkeeper. And header to you. Oh, that's going to be a free kick. Yes. Right. Time to mess around a little bit. Or should we just go for it? I think we just go for it, right? Gonzalez. Ah, really? I was going to take the goalkeeper on free kick duty, but I doubt I would have scored with him. With Ecuadorian Benitez? Yeah. Yeah, I know. I always think that when I play this game as Ecuador and stuff. Ecuador weren't a bad team on this game, and obviously they qualified in 2006 World Cup as well. It'll be nice to see Ecuador at a World Cup again. You know, in 2022 they got really unlucky with that group stage. Go on. Oh, good save. I remember watching the opening match on that Sunday evening. Yeah, I know. Ecuador versus Qatar, right? What a game from Valencia, by the way. What a game.
We can keep you abreast of developments in the other qualifiers taking place. They've just got their noses in front in that one.
I actually, after that game against Qatar, I was like so sold on Ecuador being like the dark horse of the tournament, and they just completely just like fell out the groups. It's such a shame. God, hit that. Oh, good save. Only 8 months left until Euro 2024. Yeah, that's true. Not that far away. Can't wait. Gonna be fun times. AFCON as well. Yeah, don't forget about AFCON and the Asia Cup. Don't forget about that. You know, they're two tournaments that I'd like to watch. I remember when they had that Arab Cup live on YouTube one time. I watched a couple of matches of that. That was a decent little tournament that they held. I know it was like a sort of a pre-tournament before the World Cup sort of thing, but that was still a decent little tournament. I remember watching like Mauritania in that tournament and stuff like that. Hello from Russia. Hello back from the UK. How are you doing? There's another Russian in here as well. There's two Russians. Two Russians in the stream. That's good stuff. I love the diversity. Yeah. They had tough opponents in the Netherlands and Senegal. Senegal and the Netherlands, good teams. Good teams. I liked Senegal at the 2022 World Cup. It was just a shame that they had to run into England, because England were just on another level. And then England ran into France and lost narrowly against them, thanks to, well, us missing a penalty.
Here we go for the second half, another 45 minutes to savour.
45 minutes away from finding out our group. I know this game's a bit of a nothing game, but I don't want to forfeit it because it will spoil the form going into the World Cup. And I don't really want that, because I actually legit want to win this thing with Chile in the next stream. I legit want to win it. Like, I feel like we can, as long as we play as good as we did against teams like Brazil and stuff. Valencia on the ball for Ecuador. No, pushed off the ball. Will Kazakhstan qualify? I hope so. I really hope so. Imagine having a nation like Kazakhstan at the Euros. You know, because they've been a minnow for so long. And then to make it to the Euros would be such a, like, you know, a dreamland situation for the nation of Kazakhstan. We got Nihat for Turkey versus Czech Republic. Oh, what? How did he not get that? Euro 2008 was my first and my favourite UEFA Euro to watch. It was a good tournament, to be fair. It was very good. I mean, obviously England didn't qualify for it, thanks Croatia. But yeah, I still watched it regardless. I think Croatia did England a favour, to be fair, in that tournament. Well, that qualifying, because, well, I mean, England would have been terrible in that tournament if they qualified. Would have been just embarrassing. Yeah, that game against Liverpool was pretty insane for Arshavin. Very good game. Oh, come on, Ecuador. Crossed in. It was a bit of a wild one. 72nd minute, not too long to go now. This game is a bit of a nothing game. I'm just completely like, I'm more invested about like the playoff games and the other groups and stuff like that at the moment, because obviously, you know, already qualified and that, like 40 points isn't really going to happen at the moment, well, with the way we're playing. So I'm not that bothered. Brazil might overtake me though as the top of the table thing. That might affect our group going into the World Cup, maybe. Steve McLaren's boys. Yeah, what a terrible manager he was for England. And then he goes to the Dutch league and wins the league with SC20. What's all that about? Like, how do you go from being terrible at England to winning the league with SC20? Like, how is that even a thing? How is that even a thing? Don't understand it. But England would have got more money if they did qualify for Euro 2008, right? I'm not sure. I don't think. Well, the money goes to charity anyway. Well, at least in England it does. Like all the wages and stuff like that, it goes to charity. Well, most of it does anyway. I mean, the FA still would have got money, I guess. Now, I think we're going to drop this game. Ecuador, a little bit too good for me here. A little bit too good. Fair play, Ecuador. Fair play. You know, you're not going to... Well, I think they have qualified. So maybe we'll meet you sometime in the round of 16 or quarterfinals. I don't know, Centre. I don't know. It's a mystery. They dropped too many games. Yeah, it was just weird. Maybe it was the tactics of Steve McLaren. Maybe they just weren't good enough. And that is going to be it. We lost 1-0 against Ecuador. It happens. But yeah, Ecuador, final day win for them. So they can celebrate that. Belgium getting grouped wasn't too big of a surprise for me. Most of their players like Vertonghen, Witsel and Alderweireld were too old and the manager had lost the dressing room. Yeah. And to be honest, it was funny. It was pretty funny. Like, I really wanted Canada and Croatia to go through, but no. Sadly, Canada didn't make it. Would Beckham play in the Euro 2008 if England qualified? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, he might have done. It's hard to say, really, because Beckham at that point was like on the bench and stuff. So yeah. All right. So we lost on the final day, and yeah, we fell to second place, but that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. As you can see, that's the final group table. You can pause it if you want, but we've already reviewed the group stages and stuff. Yeah. So Chile, incredible qualifying campaign. Incredible. Can we see the other things yet, or maybe not? I don't know. Oh, okay. So, um, yeah, that happened. That happened. New Zealand eliminated from World Cup qualification by South Korea. In the other playoff, we still have Trinidad and Tobago and Uruguay. We won't know the result of that until uh it's played because you can't stop the simulation. So that's not my fault. It's the game. What about Europe? So, wow, Russia beat Portugal 2-1 in aggregate scoreline. Portugal beat Russia at home and then Russia beat Portugal 2-0. So Russia will go through in that one. Fair play to Russia for that one. That's really good. Um, Group B, um, I believe Switzerland qualified there 3-2. That's a really close one. Serbia bounced out of the playoffs by Switzerland because they had more goals, but obviously two away goals as well. So yeah, nice one, Switzerland. Nice one. Group C, Slovakia 3-2 against Bulgaria. That was a close match as well. Slovakia will be going to the World Cup. And yeah, well, I can't say I'm surprised, to be honest. I can't say I'm surprised about that one. That's a good result for Slovakia. And the final one, Turkey win 4-1 over Ukraine. Nice. That was really clear cut. Ukraine failed in the first game and then they did all right in the second. Anyone else? Africa? Any African ones? No, of course not. Oh, we need to check that group, don't we? From Benin. We need to check that group. Um, yeah. Right, we've seen all that. The Africa group in the Benin one. Where is it? Okay, so Cameroon, Uganda, Algeria. Oh, it was Ghana, of course. Oh, I really wanted it to be like Benin or Mali, but no, of course it had to be Ghana. Of course it did. Okay, right, cool. I think we've seen enough of this, right? We've seen all of it, like all the situations and stuff. We've gone through it. Let's go to the draw and see what happens in our draw for the World Cup. So, let's go. Let's see what our group is like, and then we'll use that in the next stream. Um, so yeah, I'll let it run. I'm not going to touch it, sort of thing. We'll just sit here and chat while it goes through. Actually, I'll skip this part because obviously this is just like the bigger teams. Here we go. France, Germany, Holland, and Argentina. Right, cool. Now we've got the other teams. Israel, we're going to Group A with South Africa. In Group B, we have Turkey going in with Italy. In Group C, we will have Russia with Spain. Okay. some groups that I definitely want to avoid right now. I want Group A. I want that group so badly. I want Group A. Slovakia going to Group D. Switzerland in with France. Group F will have Northern Ireland. Unlucky. Northern Ireland. Um, England will be in Group G. I definitely want to avoid Group G if possible. And Sweden will go in with Argentina in Group H. Okay. Part 3, that's where we are. And USA get the easy group in Group A. Okay. Alongside Israel and South Africa. Ghana will go into Group B, sorry. Group B. Chile in with Spain and Russia. Oh my God. Every time, man. Every time it's with Russia. Every time I'm always grouped with Russia. It's so annoying. Cameroon in Group D. Guinea in Group E. Welcome to the World Cup, Guinea. Japan in Group F. I'm guessing Iran? Yeah, Iran in Group G, and Australia will go into Group H alongside Argentina and Sweden. Pot 4 coming up now. Yeah, okay. The smaller teams, North Korea will go into Group A with the USA, Israel, and South Africa. Algeria will go into Group B. I say smaller teams, Algeria not small. Trinidad and Tobago made it. They beat Uruguay? What? They beat Uruguay? Okay, in Group C, Ecuador will go into Group D alongside Brazil, Cameroon, and Slovakia. El Salvador get drawn into Group E. Group F will have Uganda. Welcome to the World Cup, Uganda. You got that group. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. Costa Rica in with Holland's group, and South Korea will round out the final placement in Group H. So our group is Spain, Trinidad and Tobago, and Russia. So that's not bad. Not bad. I don't really like the fact that I got paired with Russia again. I always get paired with Russia. It's so annoying. Super annoying. But whatever. We'll do that in the next stream for our last part of the final live qualifying run. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. That was a really successful run, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you've missed the stream or got in late or something like that, I will highlight it so that you guys can see it in video format in the future. I don't know when that will be, but it'll be fairly soon. I better save it before any results come up on the screen. I pretty much saved it already, but yeah, okay, cool. Let's just get out of here quickly before any results come up on the screen. I don't want to ruin it. Cool. All right. Unfortunately, guys, I have to go and eat my dinner and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm sorry that I haven't been streaming consistently. It's just that work is getting in the way of streaming and stuff like that, which is really annoying, but it's money at the end of the day. It's guaranteed money, so I have to take it, unfortunately. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the stream. Keep it local as always, and I'll see you again for the next video or stream. See you guys later. Have a good evening.